We're muted.
No, we're unmuted now.
Hello.
Okay, cool. Hello, internet people. I hope you can hear me all right. I hope maybe my husband in the other room is doing an audio check on a different device for me.
Good.
Thank you. Back here today, this time with a special guest, my niece, Miss Olive, who is a ham. Say hello.
Hi.
And,
Yeah, you guys are fine here.
And, yeah, so we're gonna do a crash course today, and Olivia and I are gonna draw together. And, yeah. I thought I heard your voice come somewhere. But, that's fine. Alright, so for the crash course, Olivia,
What's up?
please grab a pencil. We're gonna start with the most basic thing.
What's that?
There are 4 basic shapes. Do you know what they are? In 3 dimensions?
I don't know.
You know the difference between 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions?
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, one's like flat and one's like 3D.
Yes, exactly. So, just guess. And if you guess in 2 dimensions, I'll help you figure it out in 3 dimensions.
Okay.
And draw it.
What do you mean?
So you've got... Look at the paper.
Okay.
You've got almost the entire page to draw on. I normally mark this off beforehand. So somewhere in here, maybe start up here. Draw some shapes. Just basic shapes. There are 4.
Like 3D or 2D?
Either. I prefer 3D, but if you can only figure it out in 2D, that's fine. So that one is a... Ooh, yeah. Cube. Perfect. 3 more. In 2...
Circle.
What is it in 3 dimensions?
Sphere.
Yeah, and it's really hard to draw spheres in 3 dimensions, but the only way to do it is to shade it. This is a...
Triangle.
So, in 2 dimensions, yes.
Wait, let me.
But there's actually a simpler shape in 3 dimensions. But it would look like that.
Pyramid or something like that.
Almost. There is a simpler shape. You might sometimes eat ice cream out of it.
Spoon.
Vaguely pyramid shaped, but with different sides. You might eat ice cream out of it. There's an upside down pyramid.
A cone.
Yes. So the reason why the cone is the more basic shape is a pyramid is a cone with flattened edges.
I see.
Do you know how to draw a cone? That's a prism.
Same thing.
Very different. A cone, we start with a circle, a squished circle,
Wait, I want to
and
try.
then we just do a V.
Yeah, okay, I want to try.
Yep, perfect. Okay, 1 more shape.
Stop sign.
Is not the most basic shape.
Well,
It's hard to think of this in 2 dimensions. In 2 dimensions, it might look just like a square or a rectangle. But in 3 dimensions, it's different. And I can give you some examples. That's 2 dimensions. See, that's still essentially a cube, though.
no, but it's a rectangle.
It's a really long rectangular cube. I'm looking for more like this shape. Do you know what it's called?
No.
So it's called a cylinder. It's probably the hardest word of them all. We draw it by doing 2 matching squished circles. And then we connect them. And then we pick one of the inside lines and we erase it. And then we have a nice little,
Or you can just go.
or you could just not draw the inside line, yeah. But you want curved edges to make it three-dimensional.
There, no, perfect.
Perfect. So now, knowing all these basic shapes, which is that one, and those two, but your versions are that one and that one, which all look basically the same. Now we want to join shapes together to make a thing.
Like a person?
Like a person. People can be a little complicated.
Can we try a person?
We can try a person.
So like, I guess we just start with the head. The sphere or whatever.
Draw a person for a minute. Just like how you would draw a person with these shapes.
Like a, just like a,
Just however you draw a person.
no, like a rough copy kind of thing. Like a,
Yeah, like a pencil version. Roughs.
so fast.
Some people have a lot of trouble drawing quickly. When I draw with people, like in real life, that's usually what intimidates them the most from what I do, is how fast I can draw.
Yeah. Perfect.
Nice. Does your person have hands? No is always is like always a valid response.
Okay. Okay. I don't like drawing
Eyes or eyebrows?
eyes.
You draw eyebrows like I draw eyebrows. Okay, for eyes, just start with circles. And you can just leave them as circles if you want it to be very cartoony. Or then you can do like a bit of an almond shape curve above and below.
That looks like cats to me though.
Hats?
Cats.
Cat eyes?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, if you want eyes to look less catty, because cat eyes and regular people eyes, like human eyes, are fairly similar except for the irises. To make them look more catty, the inside corner you want lower, and the outside corner you want higher, and then vice versa to make them less catty. Do the outside corner lower, and the inside corner higher. Yeah?
Chocolate for nose.
Yeah. Okay, how about a neck? Okay, so you have a person. Do you want to do it again with a little bit more instruction to
Sure.
see if you can improve a little?
Slow it a little bit.
Alright, so I'm going to be drawing upside down, so mine might be a little wonky. I'm going to start with the body. So a circle, like a really long oval, or we can do almost a square shape that tapers in for the waist, and then we go out a bit for the hips too.
Yeah. Okay. I want to like just do that part, not the circle.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to overdraw everything I do, because if I wanted to, I could skip a lot of these steps. Are we drawing a male or a female character?
Female.
Female character. Okay, so for the hips, the hip groin area for females tends to go in. Think of like panties. So we want to draw something kind of like panty shape there for the hip structure to sit in. And like most of this we won't see at the end. And then just like here, I'm gonna put circles for where the actual hips attach. And I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm going to do circles here that kind of overlap these top corners for where my shoulders are gonna be. I'm gonna do, you can either do like a tiny cylinder, or you can just do a little bit of a circle in between the shoulders where the neck should be. And the head. That's a very narrow head, which is fine. Some people have narrow faces. Okay, let's do a standing position. Often I will cheat and not draw knees if it is a very straight standing position. Do you want me to cheat and just do straight legs, or do you want me to show you properly? Okay.
Can we do the bottom part real quick?
Yeah, of course.
While you're talking.
That is why we have erasers, to erase our mistakes. Have I taught you the 2 rules about doing basically anything?
No.
The first rule to getting a thing done is to start, and the second rule is to finish. Is that someone in the chat? Is someone talking?
Cat cameo.
Cat cameo? What are they saying?
Cat cameo, if you will. That was a little while ago.
Oh, that there was a cat cameo. Yes, there was a cat cameo. I don't know which one. Okay, Olive, you're a dancer. Let's talk legs in terms of dance positions. What position do you want the legs to be in?
I like it very good. Okay.
Focus. Don't be distracted by the lights.
One knee popped. One popped knee, hip out to the side.
Okay.
Hands on your waist.
Okay, so we're gonna have hands on hips. Do you mean like popped as in up, or just like bent?
Like, okay.
Yeah, stand up, show me. Okay. Okay. I should have asked you this beforehand. Okay. Left leg or right leg popped?
Right.
So that's this side, right? I'm gonna redraw these hips.
I'm gonna redraw my shoulders.
So when Olive says a popped hip, she means that there's gonna be one really straight leg that is holding all of the weight, and then the other leg is bent and sort of loose. But what happens when you have a straight leg that's bearing all the weight is your hips kind of go sideways a little. So I'm going to redraw these hips so that one of them is lower than the other.
Into that.
So like, we're aiming for that. Anyway, so our straight leg is just gonna go more or less straight.
That's huge.
Straight down. I just drew a line. We'll cut it off. Ah! Anyway, I have the circle where the hip is, and then we're gonna do cylinders for the legs. So there's a cylinder for the top leg.
Why cylinders?
Because you can use cylinders to express the shape of your arms and legs.
Okay.
If you wanted a less natural shape, I suppose you could use rectangles. And then a circle where the knees should be, and then another cylinder for the bottom part of the leg.
I still think that is huge. I don't know, it's good.
Yeah, it's relatively good. And then foot out or forward?
Forward.
Okay, so I'm just going to draw a bit of that shape for the foot.
That's huge.
I'm drawing upside down and horizontal.
You can't even see it.
Ha 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 ha. It's fine. You can see it. For anyone not in the know, it is actually easier to draw accurately if you have your work vertically in front of you. Because like when you're working on a table or something, a flat table, part of the page is literally further away from your eye than the rest of the page, and so your brain and your hand will automatically try to compensate and draw the stuff that's further away bigger, which is a really easy way to fix, like, if as a rookie newbie drawer your heads end up being too big. I'm doing the opposite thing now because the feet are further away from me because I'm doing this all upside down, and so my feet are looking a little bit bigger. Anyway, so we have our straight leg, right? And
You
so,
can bring like the knee kind of out to the side.
yeah. So that's how we're gonna do. We're gonna have tired. I think this pose is a little wonky. We could have made it a little bit more natural. If I had the idea. From the
Why does
beginning.
this pose just explain me?
I don't know why.
Sass.
Okay. Do you want to mimic those feet that I did?
No.
So one that comes kind of forward a bit. If it was a cylinder, that would be the front of the toe. Those are really tiny feet. You know, feet are kind of big.
I know.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's just art. Like, you can stylize it any way you want. Okay. The only thing I would say, I'll draw a big foot over here. We have this foot that comes out, right? Your heel comes back out. So you want to have some part that goes back a bit on both sides. Like turn my foot up.
No.
My disgusting foot up. You'll see that the heel comes out back from the leg, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, arms. You said you wanted the arms on hips.
Yep.
So same thing. I'm going to draw the cylinders. A little circle for the elbow. And then a cylinder coming in. It'd be good if I drew them right. And then I haven't gotten to the face yet. I'm just going to draw a circle for now for where the hand should be. And then the other side's going to be the same. You might have a more extreme angle if you want the hand higher. Yes. Alright, so now we have to go in and start like smoothing out these details, adding clothes and stuff.
What about boobs?
Boobs. Okay. So boobs are, you're never going to forget this, teacup shaped. So if we draw a teacup, it has a wide base, right? And it slopes in. And then usually really fancy teacups have like the handle that goes up and out, right? Right? So we want to do that coming off the hip.
Can we just do circles and then like...
I mean, yeah, but it's not a straight circle.
That looks like a draw, like a teardrop.
Like, we could go like that.
Well, that's kind of what I do, and then I just kind of smoothed it out.
Okay, so if we did that...
Those are huge, but...
Some people have huge boobs. But if we start with a circle, we still want to go up and sort of towards the shoulder.
I do like a circle, but then I didn't like kind of don't finish it. Like I do like a full circle.
Yeah.
But then I just...
So like, if I do this in ink, I'm not going to do the full circle. This is just so that I have the shape. Oh yeah, you can do smaller boobs too. It doesn't have to be huge. If your character is wearing a push-up bra, you might get some of the cleavage, right?
Okay.
And so that would be just like that at the top sort of deal. Okay. Which part do you want to work on next? Face, clothes?
I want to like smooth it out, make it look more better, and then do the face last.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't focus too much on it until we get to the clothes. Do you mean the whole figure though that you want to smooth out?
Yeah, just make it more look more like not as circly and boxy.
That's fair.
I don't like the way the elbow looks. I feel like it should be more up.
Like,
You erased my hip.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, more like that. Pointy.
Well, then you have to go out to the hand, right? Which right now is just a circle. But then just some lines for fingers. Do you want to go more cartoony or more realistic for the neck?
I don't really care. More realistic.
Okay, so realistic neck. We have the face, right?
Yeah.
Those ears are upside down. A realistic neck is almost as wide as the ears are, just a little bit less. Cartoony necks tend to be much thinner.
Oh. I hate arms.
I mean, they're fine. I mean, like, when I was your age, I was still only drawing faces. You definitely
I
started.
hate drawing faces.
Oh, well, I'll teach you all my tricks. You started drawing younger than I did, though. So by the time you're my age, assuming you keep it up, even half-heartedly, you'll probably be better than me.
Sorry.
Okay. So, face or clothes?
clothes. Oh wait, I'm not done. I only did the arms.
Well, don't smooth it out too much because some of that stuff might get hidden under clothes, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Still need a
My
hand.
hands on hips, not on thighs.
Alright, you keep doing that. I'm gonna take a look at the chat.
Hi, kitty.
Oh, Kaz heard Lance. Yes, Lancelot is a very meowy kitty.
Oh, bring them to.
What? You're supposed to be drawing.
I want to see the cat.
You want to see the kitty?
Cup.
You have to be like, Lance.
Lance.
Nah, he just wants pets.
Hello.
Okay. Back to drawing. Focus.
Leave, kitty. I want the hands more like here.
Okay. I think up till your elbows are fine. If you just want to curve. This one might have to be higher, but that one looks good. It's also why I like drawing on the light box, because if anything's kind of wrong, you can just fix it when you do your transfer drawing. But I do not have a light box here. And the light box looks not great on webcam. So elbows are pretty pointy, right?
I know, I hate.
Look at how pointy my elbow is.
I know it. Very pointy. Very, very pointy. Okay. Okay.
Better?
Yeah, not that much.
This one's good. You can even go further out if you wanted. This one is actually going to be a bit more of a concave curve. So, may I erase part of your circle?
No.
Okay.
My hair.
Do you need a hair elaster?
I have one.
You just don't want to wear it? Are you ready for the next part? Are you ready for the next part?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. That's a good shape to those legs. Okay, now you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, face or clothes?
Clothes.
Clothes? Okay, what kind of clothes are
Lululemon and a tank top.
Lululemon and a tank top?
Tights and a tank top.
How inspired.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all very skin tight. So for the tank top,
Exactly. That's exactly why I drew it like this.
figure out where you want your hemline to be. Some tank tops are lower than others. And then, depending on how big the boobs are, you'll see the bottom curve. And sometimes there will be some wrinkles at the sides, so I'm just going to do some wrinkles. And then I'm going to go across there. And then quite often, because we'll see the bottom curve here, right?
No.
And then across the boobs, you can just do like 2 lines. And that's usually like just the material across your boobs. Or their boobs. And then sometimes we'll see a bit of cleavage. You've already essentially got the legs down. So I need to go in and just sorry. So don't forget the crotch. Yeah, it's close enough. You need a little bit more of a V, because it looks more like a butt right now. There you go. So when I'm doing these clothes, because I can see the cylinder, right? Fold lines go on the same curve as the ends of the cylinder, and that's why we do cylinders.
I got no curves.
Anyway,
My pants are backwards and inside out.
are there shoes?
No.
No? Alright, there's no shoes, so we need to draw feet.
No. We're gonna do flats.
Flats. Okay, so we have our basic shape. We're just going to do a swoop, and then we're just going to, you don't have to darken, but I'm doing black flats. And then for the one that faces forward, may I do the one facing forward really quick?
No.
Okay, I'll fix this arm while you're doing that. That's a terrible hand. Oh well. Okay, and then for this one, it's going to be a swoop again, but it's going to be a little bit more of a J shape so that we get more of the top of the foot. And then again, just darken it or not. Okay, now we have to do the face.
Do we have to?
Oh, and then we'll be done. Well, unless we want to ink. Because yeah, the next step would be inking after we're done the face. We could do our faces a bit different. Okay, you ready?
No. I suck at doing faces.
Well, that's why we practice. Okay, quarter your face. Draw your midlines. Oh, you probably want to sneak a belly button in there.
I don't have a belly button.
Oh, then you want to make sure you have a really high waist. You can just move the waist higher. Okay. Alright, so you have your circle for the face. You want to draw midlines because this is just like staring straight at the camera. Unless you want the face facing a different direction.
Nope.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to draw a face.
And this is where it goes all downhill.
Okay, so this middle line here is where our eyes go. So just somewhere on there, draw your eyes. You can leave them very cartoony if you want, or we can do realistic. Do you want me to do kind of anime?
Yeah.
Okay, so anime eyes are all about drawing hooks. I'm going to draw it the right way for me first, so I know what I'm doing. So, a hook, a hook, a hook, a hook. No, just a line for that last one. And that's kind of an anime. And then we can add eyelashes.
Do it my way.
Okay, so this is... Can you move your head? Look, watch. A hook.
A hook.
A hook.
A hook.
A hook.
A hook.
And then just a line on the bottom.
A line on the bottom.
So what this is that's just like a shiny part. So that would be like a white part in the eye where the light is shining in. And then you can add a circle in there for the pupil, or just shade a dark part of it. You could also just not do the shiny part in the middle if you just want to have just the pupil. But the shiny part in eyes is what people find pretty. And then the nose is just a little scoop about halfway between that line and the chin.
That's a really high chin.
That's the chin.
Oh.
This is the nose. Halfway between the eye line and the chin. Yep, that works too. And then the mouth is again halfway between the nose and the chin. And you can just do a regular scoop. I like doing a really broad heart for lipstick if I'm doing lipstick. That's a style choice. Mouth. Excellent, excellent.
I don't like it.
Do,
I don't like the nose. So.
Just do a scoop for the nose. It's like the most basic. Do you always find yourself dropping your pencil? Because I do.
What are you doing?
Looking at your nose piercing. It looks like it's embedded in your nose.
No.
Anyways. So this is how I do when I want, if I'm just doing plain lips, I'll just do your just stereotypical smiley face curve. But if you want it to have lipsticks, I would do a really broad heart and then just do the smiley face curve through it. Nice.
Beautiful.
You want to try one of those?
You know, you're doing it all wrong. You go, you go like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's gonna be huge. Okay. You go like this, and like this, and then you go like that. And then you just make that line a little bit more vibrant, and then connect this guy there, and then this guy down there, and then it's like, wee.
Okay, you want that style?
Yeah, that's huge though, but. And then, make it look like it flips.
But I can do that style for you. Big circle on the bottom.
Big circle on the bottom.
Smaller circles up there.
Smaller circles up there.
You've got a scoop.
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 Scoop. That's a big, I don't like how big that scoop is.
Well, normal. That's the Cupid's bow.
You have a huge scoop.
So do you.
How big is my scoop? I don't know. Wait.
You can see it on the delayed camera. You'll just have to check later in the mirror. Anyways, the heart is just a stylized one. You start with a broad heart and then just do a line through it. Or not broad heart, doesn't matter. Do it on your person's face.
Heart?
Or just a scoop smile if you want to keep it simple. You could also, another way to do it, you do a scoop smile and then just do the bottom lip. And that way, that is like a really long, how I drew mouths for a really long time, just the bottom lip. Anyways, we need to do hair. You want to do more cartoony hair or less cartoony hair?
Really cartoony hair because
Really
I
cartoony?
suck at drawing hair. So let's try and keep it easy.
Okay. So we're going to start the hairline about halfway between the eye line and the top of the head. And that's about the lowest you would want it to be if you were going for cartoony. If you wanted to do more realistic, you just push the hairline up higher. When you look at people straight on, their hairline is usually... Oh, perfect. Perfect. There you go. There we go. There we go. Okay. It's just hair down?
Yeah.
Do you want it to look like yours?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a center part. And so from the center, I'm just going to go down into the sides. And just don't overthink it. Just do a bunch of lines that come down into the sides.
I don't know if I should be offended.
I tend to do less anime hair. You don't really have any bangs or anything
Sometimes.
right now.
Fix it.
I don't need to fix it. It's great. Alright, last thing, and then we're done. Inking. Yes, you can use that one if you want. Do you want to use my brush pen?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
No. I hate this pen. It's so hard to use.
They are. These two? This one for if you want to do like small face details and stuff. I will use my brush pen and ink upside down. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Oh, we didn't do eyebrows. Eyebrows, you can just...
So that's important.
Yes, eyebrows are very important. If you want to keep them really slim, you can just do a line above. I tend to do bushy eyebrows because I have bushy eyebrows. But however you want. Since I'm modeling this off of you, the hair at the front, I don't want to do too many lines so that it appears lighter. And then I'll do more on the hair on the back where your hair is darker. That's not the right face shape for you though. What is your least favorite part about drawing?
Hair and face.
Hair and face?
Yeah, I just wish I could just skip that part. Beautiful.
I mean,
I like drawing the bodies.
we could just do like a headless body, and so we could just do like blood spurting out of the neck.
No!
Just decapitated. I think one of my arms is way longer than the other.
It's a huge arm.
That's also the arm that I drew here. That's okay, just finish. So like I said before, the first step to doing a drawing, and anything really, is to start, and the second step is to finish. So let's just finish, and we'll be done, and you'll be one drawing closer to being a master.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Love that.
Excellent.
Get out of my way.
Put it in the Louvre.
Don't know what that means.
The Louvre is a very famous art museum in Paris.
See.
Yes, it's where one of the copies of the Mona Lisa is.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Very pointy elbow.
Good, good. You need to have pointy elbows so that you can elbow people out of your way. Okay, you still have to ink your face. Is that the sound next week? I like the shape of your face better than the one I drew. Mine's too wide at the top.
My hair goes up into the outer space.
Yeah, well, I'm drawing upside down. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it.
To me, that looks like if a peacock was a person.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Do you know what your hair reminds me of?
No.
Okay. Oh, I mean, like, no, you don't know, or no, you don't want me to tell you.
No, I don't know.
I think it was called Akari no Go, a manga I used to watch. Not watch, a manga I used to read about this, like, high school kid who learns how to play Go, which is a board game. And, like, he learns because of a ghost of an old Go player who, like, wants to win a tournament or something, and Akari is the only person who can see the ghost. And your hair reminds me of it because Akari had, like, all black hair except for blonde bangs. Much shorter than yours. You're so close.
can't handle an arm.
It's fine, whatever. A little more adventure time. Oh, we haven't inked your feet yet either. Is your hair all tied up in the back?
No.
You'd still see it all the way up to the neck. Yeah.
Can't really draw the bangs.
I mean, you don't really have bangs right now. You have some hair that comes.
I mean the blonde part.
Oh, yeah. You keep inking that. I could grab my white pen if you wanted to color in the blonde part with white. Okay.
Beautiful.
Wunderbar. And that's it. Thank you.
I want to erase. I hate arms and I hate hair and head, and I said that too. And look, the best part is not the hair and the head; it's not the arms. So.
Yeah, but you have to draw them a bunch to get better at it. Alright, you said you wanted to put your Instagram up. I forgot to put it in the description, but you want to write it out?
Yes.
Nice and big.
Okay, I'm going to write it. Okay, this is long.
That's fine.
Darn it.
Miss Olivia is always looking for new Instagram followers. So am I. I'm almost done inking the part that people can't see because it's off the camera. So I guess feel free to follow her. She has a private account though. So you gotta be up to snuff.
I follow back Ruby.
Okay, she follows back. Everybody heard it here. Well, thank you, Miss Olive, for drawing with me today, and thank anybody else for also drawing with us today. And yeah, that's all I got. I don't know what I'm gonna do next week. I've got a whole week to figure it out. Have a good day. Bye. You're allowed to say bye too.
Bye. Can I rip this?
Can we take pictures of it first?